What's up, agents? Zer here, welcome back to the lab, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly use the particle command inside of Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.13. Now, this is actually one of the few commands where people seem to have a lot of trouble actually getting to work, and I can actually understand why all the wikis and online sites that show off the particles for Bedrock Edition do not seem to work. And the reason for that is because those were example particles when the command was reintroduced into the game, and they are no longer inside the actual files of Minecraft. I did some research and looking around. Apparently, inside of the files for the vanilla resource pack, I actually found the particles folder, which has a list of all the particles that actually do in fact work. Like I just said, the stuff that you see on the wikis, those are not reliable by any means. They do not work. So this video should hopefully help some of you guys. In fact, a lot of you guys, I imagine. I did some looking around. Apparently, according to the files for 1.13 alone, if you're watching this in the future and you have a later version of the game, more than likely there's going to be more than what I'm about to say, but at least for 1.13, there is a total of 113 particles available. Go figure, it kind of matches. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys just a small sample of them. I'm not going to go through every single one of them just because it would simply take too long, but I will have a link down in the description to a text file that you can download to look at the entire list of all 113 of them, at least as of 1.13. Like I said, there may be more in future versions of the game, and I'm not planning on updating that list, but what I will go ahead and recommend is to download the default texture pack off of Minecraft.net under the add-on section, and then look at the particles folder, and you should be able to find all of them. That's actually how I found all these particles. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's look at how this actual command is kind of structured before I get started. So first off, you have the particle section, which if you're running this inside of chat instead of a command block, you're going to use the slash. Command blocks don't need it. And then you put in whatever particle it is that you're trying to use. In this case, I'm using Minecraft totem particle, and then you put in the coordinates, and these little squiggly lines, these are called tildes, and this is relative coordinates to wherever the command is actually being run. So in this particular case, it is being run one block above the command block. You can set exact coordinates if you really want to. It's not really a huge issue, but this is the basic idea of how the actual command does in fact work. And I have, technically speaking, I have 3 set up. I know there are 4 command blocks, and I'll explain that in just a quick moment. But let's go ahead and run this. This one is totem particle. If I go ahead and run this command block, as you can tell, we have a bunch of these little green specks come out. And these are what runs whenever you use a totem of undying. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because it does say totem. And then next, right here, this one's large explosion. And this is supposedly what runs when I think a creeper explodes. There's also one that's huge explosion, which there's 2 different variants, and it has extra tags at the end of the particle line, but I'm not going to get into that. But this is the basic idea of what this looks like. It runs by very quickly, I will say that much. Okay, that actually worked out a little bit better. You can see that a little bit better. So that's basically how the actual command ends up working. And as I said, I do have a couple more command blocks and one other particle that I do want to go ahead and show off. Now, both of these are set to repeat, and they both have the exact same command inside of them. And there's actually a reason why I'm doing that. Some of these particles actually only work inside of water, which if you think about does in fact make sense. So this is the basic bubble particle command that's inside both of these. If I run this, it's not going to do anything because it's inside of air. But if I were to run this right here, as you can tell, because there's water there, it actually did in fact run the bubble. So like I just said, some of these are going to end up requiring water in order to run, because otherwise they will not appear. Couple other points that I want to mention before I end things off. Some of them do not work, and I'm not 100% sure why. I did not test all 113, but I did experience that there are certain ones that actually do not work for whatever reason. I cannot list them because, like I said, I did not test all of them out, so you'll have to experiment around with them. And something else worth noting, if there's actually a block in the space where you're trying to run the particle command, the particle, for whatever reason, does not run. In one sense, it does make some amount of sense because it's occupying the same space as a block, but on the other hand, that means you can't add a lot extra detail to some of the stuff that you're building, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. But other than that, that's literally all I have for this little video. I know that hopefully a lot of you guys are going to be able to use this a little bit better, and maybe this answers a few questions as to why the actual particle command does not actually end up working inside of Bedrock Edition. But yeah, other than that, this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off this video. Again, as a quick reminder, I'll have a link down in the description to the list of particles that you can go ahead and use inside of 1.13. Like I said, if you're on a later version of Minecraft, that list is more likely bigger than what's actually down there. But yeah, this is where I'm ending things off. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more, to make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This is Zer0's. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I'll see you guys later.